Hi, Rob from DrekiTech here, and today we're looking at the LG G4. This phone received a 4 out of 5 rating, taking into account how it has the best smartphone camera currently on the market, but it is otherwise your typical high-end phone. It is a great improvement on 2 to 3 year old phones, but unless you need the excellent camera, there's not much reason to upgrade from last year's devices. The LG G4 has a plastic build, but it doesn't feel too bad. With the leather back on it, the phone feels more premium, but it's still not as nice as the solid metal build of some phones. If you buy a case, save yourself the money and get the plastic back. If you don't use a case, the leather's definitely worth it. The screen of the G4 is excellent, very sharp and bright, and great for viewing photos. It does have a slight cool cast on white tones, but it doesn't really affect normal operation. Performance is where the G4 does not stand out from the pack. It tends to lag on content-rich web pages, and the occasional touches go missed even without a screen protector on. It just doesn't feel as fluid as it should, and the performance increase for web browsing and media compared to older devices isn't very high. That being said, the lag is a pretty serious issue with most of the high-end smartphones these days, and for the most part this phone does work fine in day-to-day operation. The camera is the main reason to get the G4 over competing phones. In daylight, photos from the main camera are all around excellent, sharp, rich in color, and filled with detail. In low light, they are fantastic and still retain lots of detail even though there is heavy noise reduction. In the daytime, it is actually as good or better than my Canon S120 point-and-shoot, and that's the first phone I've been able to say that about. Every person I've shown photos to that have been taken by this phone are stunned at just how good they look. Please see the link in the description for photo samples if you want to see for yourself. Audio quality is standard, music sounds open and clear through the headphones, and the speaker is acceptable for sound, although it's inexplicably quiet during phone calls. The battery life on the phone is above average. I find that I go from 100 to 20% in one day with typical heavy use, although I can go through the whole thing if I really try. One of the other great things about this phone is the inclusion of a removable battery and an SD expansion slot. It is awesome to be able to go from 0 to 100% battery in an instant, and no other flagship on the market can currently do this. Overall, I have mostly good things to say about the LG G4, and despite its performance issues, it is still the best flagship currently on the market, and I would recommend it over the alternatives. Visit DrekiTech.com for tech advice, reviews, and more.